LOX, yeah. J-Lo, yo, we off the block this year. Went from a low to a lot this year. Everybody mad at the rocks that I wear. I know where I'm going and I know where I'm
Welcome everybody to Off the Cuff.
Yeah, we at the airport.
Thank you for listening to the show. I am Adam Banks. Episode 102. Moving right on up. This show is becoming Otis Dirt. Josh Bryant, you haven't heard that name in a while because he's been absent from the show for a couple months, I guess we should say. But he is back with us to co-host. Josh Bryant, what's up?
Oh, doing good. You know, it's been a while. It's good to be back. Good to be back in the studio. The studio looks nice. Looks like you've done some things while I've been gone. I see some new photos.
Well, you know, we have done a lot since you've been gone. We're now on iTunes. Have you heard?
Oh, yes, I see that. I see the photo on the wall. That's one specifically that I was looking at the most. I mean, it looks great.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you. I'm happy to be on iTunes. Have you subscribed?
Not yet, but I do plan to, of course. And plan to, you know, tell more people about it. I've told a few that it's on iTunes and available now, and I plan to keep spreading the word.
Okay, well, I appreciate it. I would really appreciate it if you actually listen to some of the shows that you're not on. See, Josh doesn't listen to any shows that he's not on. Josh, I want to start out our first topic here of what happened to me on social media. And it ties into the UK game. UK played Texas A&M. They lost, unfortunately. I'm a big UK fan, and it really irritates me when people like to, on social media, say that I'm not because of certain things that I tweet out. Certain things that I tweet out are not in favor of what UK does. That doesn't necessarily make me not a fan.
You can disagree with what the program does.
Yes.
Or what the decision made.
Yes. Well, so during that game, there was an accident with Derek Willis. Derek Willis, he got hurt. He hurt his ankle. I didn't know the extent of him hurting his ankle. But first off, let me say that I didn't get to watch the game. I listened to the game on the radio, so I didn't get to see it.
I've yet to see the picture of the ankle.
Okay, and I'll show you that. Will you look that up? You can look that up.
And
look
then
up.
I'll get my reaction live.
I would like for you to look this up. But before I even knew what it looked like, I saw it, and I was like, okay, I heard it on the radio.
This is going to be hard for me to look at. I've done this thanks to my ankle.
And when I heard that he hurt his ankle, I was mad because I just thought he bruised it. And I was like, get up, man. Quit being a baby. So I tweet out. Derek Willis, quit being a baby. Well, anyway.
Don't do that.
Why? Being a baby? Okay, do I need to remind you of the 1980, late 80 finals in the NBA when Isaiah Thomas broke his ankle and scored 25 points in the third quarter? Quit being a baby if you just bruised your ankle.
It?
So anyway.
He broke it.
Listen. He messed it up pretty bad.
He
But
didn't
anyway,
break it, though.
Josh, whatever.
Sorry,
anyway,
continue.
listen.
I've got you.
So, I sent out a few tweets. Well, I got smashed on Twitter. I mean, people were sending me tweets like, this is the dumbest guy on the internet. This guy is a jackass. All of these hateful things to me on Twitter. I never responded to any of them. So I was like, you know what? I am sorry. Yeah, that's it. So that picture got released. Okay?
I've had that.
So
big of an ankle.
people keep sending me, okay, good. People keep sending me that picture saying, could you play on that? Could you play on that? And I'm like, okay, I didn't see the picture. Now, after seeing that picture, I will be the first to say that is a nasty accident. And yes, I can see why he didn't go back in and play. And I didn't mean anything by what I tweeted out. I just thought he was needing to man up because I just thought he bruised his ankle. I didn't know it was to that extent.
Of course.
Do you understand me?
I see exactly
but
what
that's
you're
hard to get that point across on Twitter.
Yeah.
So thank God for the podcast. I can kind of relate that.
Yes. Get that off your chest.
Yeah, but there was a lot of hateful things. But you know what? Whatever. I didn't respond to any of it. But you know what? If you got people tweeting, you're doing something right.
Now you got haters.
You got haters, man. So, hey, anyway, I hope you're listening to the podcast. So, that was that. So, I just wanted to talk about that. So,
Let's talk about our trip we just did. Where'd we go?
Yeah, let's.
I was looking at that photo as well. That
let's
framed.
change the subject to more happier things. Our trip to Indianapolis.
That was quite the time, wasn't it?
Yeah, I hung a little picture up over here. You like that?
Yes, I like that a lot. I like how the tickets are in there. That we actually scammed some tickets off some locals that get to go to a lot of Pacers games.
I can't believe you bought tickets that we didn't even have because you wanted paper tickets.
You gotta have the paper tickets.
Well, because we had the internet. We had the internet
stuff. So, but let's talk about the drive. How we almost didn't go. I remember we tried to leave at 11 and it was snowing like crazy and I can't drive a Mustang in snow. So we almost didn't go, and around 2 o'clock we decided to leave because it wasn't snowing.
Well, and yeah, I thank God we went.
Oh my
because
gosh.
It was a good time.
It was great.
We went, you got demolished.
I
mean, you
It was a good
thrashed.
time.
Yeah.
We had shots before the game, shots after the game, but let's talk about the game itself and what happened.
Well, it was Kobe's last time in Indiana.
It was nice. You know,
Maybe it's not his last time in Indiana, but his last time playing in
What do you think about the arena? It's not that bad.
It's not that bad. Let me tell you, this was my first NBA game ever. So let me just tell you about what I think about
Of
live
course.
NBA sporting events.
From
I
your
think
first experience,
that it's a lot like college. I think it's really relatable. I'm a huge college basketball fan, so I related a lot to like how college is. I would love to see Kentucky get something like it. But, you know, the atmosphere is definitely something fun. I wish that we were lower. You know, we kind of were in upper arena, but I feel like that down, it would be you would get more of an arena
Oh
experience.
my gosh, it's much nicer down there.
Yes, and I feel like that where you're going to a Los Angeles Laker game this summer, you got pretty daggone good seats, right?
No, unfortunately,
Are you sitting
no,
up
they
in
are
the?
no.
So you're flying to LA to sit in the nosebleeds?
They're not. I mean, LA doesn't have a bad seat almost either. It only holds 18,000 people, I think, or 20.
Right. Well, that's still
So,
pretty big arena.
we're like where we are, or where we were. We're like in a similar position. So we're in the middle of the nosebleeds, to clarify, people, if not the lower of the nosebleeds. And so
Kobe's last game in Indiana. Kobe is having a lot of last.
yes, he's making his farewell tour, so to say. And you know, we were down almost 20 at one point, I recall, but we made a heck of a comeback. Kobe scored 11 straight in that fourth quarter, 3 threes in a row, and that fadeaway jumper. Oh, what a time! We thought we were gonna win. We were up 4.
What was the date of that game?
It was February the 8th, Monday.
Okay, February the 8th, Monday. Look it up. Indiana Pacers and Los Angeles Lakers.
They lost,
You know what
unfortunately.
they did? You know what Kobe did play in
What
was
two?
the All-Star game.
He did play in the All-Star game.
Yeah. But you know who the man was in the All-Star game?
Russell Westbrook.
Russell Westbrook.
We have a bandwagon fan live.
No, I don't. I'm not a bandwagon fan. I like Russ.
Kidding. He's liked Russ for a while.
I like Russ. I'd like him. I like the fact that he played at UCLA because he was such a little cocky little.
A lot of history in UCLA.
You know what I'm
of
saying?
course.
There's a lot of history. I mean, it's a good basketball program, so he understood what it meant to go to a good college program. He's done his thing in the NBA. He's going to be the MVP eventually.
There's a good chance,
In the
especially
NBA.
if Kevin Durant and him split, he will definitely become an MVP eventually.
Well, Kevin Durant's going to split on him.
It seems that way.
The
probably.
Thunder is going to be Russell's team.
Probably so. I think Kevin Durant is slowly stopping to believe
Yeah.
that they can win a championship together.
Durant feels like that he has to go somewhere else. He don't think he can win a championship on his own, and he don't think he's going to win it with Russ, which
no,
is
that's been clarified
silly.
almost. I mean, yeah, it is kind of silly to break that up. If you can't win with Russ, who are you going to win with?
Right. I mean, he's one
You're,
of the
you're
best.
just not meant. You're just not meant to win. Sorry, you might not win in this era.
Yeah.
I hate to say it. You
Yeah,
might not
he's
win.
one of the best point guards.
He
in the
might
game.
be Chris Paul. Chris Paul's not probably going to
Oh,
win
he's
a
better than
championship.
Chris Paul.
Yes, but they might win a championship. Not Russ. Russ has a much better shot. He's much younger. But Kevin Durant is looking less and less like he's going to win a championship.
Yeah.
But let's talk more about All-Star Weekend for a minute. What about Karl Anthony Towns? Did you see what he did? I'll break that to you if you don't know.
Did I see what Karl Anthony Towns did?
Over All-Star Weekend.
I watched the game in and out because I was playing in a poker
He didn't
tournament.
play in the game.
I was playing in a poker tournament during the All-Star game, so I was watching in between
Cool.
my folded hands because you got to know when to hold them
Yes.
and know when to fold them. So when I folded them, I watched the All-Star game.
course, but he
so
wasn't in
Karl
the
Anthony
All-Star.
Towns
He
wasn't
did
in the All-Star game.
He did the skills challenge, and he beat the little man in the very end,
Yeah.
which is like where you dribble through cones and do passes and shoot threes. It was
Yeah.
very impressive for a big man, and we actually had 3 big men from UK in it: Anthony Davis, DeMarcus Cousins, and Karl Anthony Towns, and he beat Isaiah Thomas, I think, in the end. But anyway, I think you told me you had some news. If we're done talking about Indiana, about Uber.
I do have some news. But
Is that all about Indiana before we move on, though?
that's it about
I think
Indiana.
that is.
Yeah, I think that you kind of started a topic that we have to talk about.
Yes,
'cause
of course. I just
this
want
is
to
important,
finish in
and it's
Indiana.
very unfortunate. It's very sad. It's a true story, and I wanted to tell you, Josh, because I can't believe that you don't keep up with stuff like this.
I use
you,
Uber,
you need
right?
to you need to get on Twitter and you need to start following some news stations. Follow your CNN, okay? It's just one little person you got to follow, and just look at what they tell you. Just skim through it. You don't even have to read everyone, but just
You're right.
maybe something
You're
will
right.
catch your eye. But this one caught my eye. Uber. You need to know about this because you take Uber. Me and you have taken Uber several times. There was a crazy Uber driver that went on a shooting spree with his passengers in Michigan.
How many shooting
Oh my
sprees? Or,
gosh,
like,
I believe he killed like 6 or 7 people. I don't know the exact number, but he was driving one of those vans. Look it up. Can you look it up? Can you look up the pictures like of what he was driving?
Okay.
I feel like I seen 2 pictures with one with the van and one with the car. I don't know what it was, but it's frightening
Minnesota,
because
huh?
no, Michigan.
Michigan.
It's just frightening
Michigan,
because
yeah.
we take Ubers. Have you taken an Uber?
Yes.
I've taken one.
I haven't taken an Uber.
We've ridden in Ubers.
I call them for us.
I take them to the airport when I go.
Oh, okay.
I take them anytime I need to get somewhere. But the thought, that is now in people's minds. What happened? That idea is out there in the universe now. Do you understand?
Yeah, 6 dead. Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, but there's also been other shootings as well. Do you know that?
Was it in Kalamazoo? Where was it?
It was in, just says Michigan, like you said. Oh, yeah, Kalamazoo.
Kalamazoo.
But there has been other shootings. There's been shootings in Chicago, apparently, and other places. When I typed in, Uber shooting, there were other results came up besides Michigan.
Really? So there were other Uber shootings?
Yeah, there's actually been one before this, I think, where, like, either someone has shot on, I think where the Uber driver has shot on, a passenger before, maybe. Here, let's go to Chicago. I'll look it up right now.
Maybe
Uber.
there was something behind it, like he wanted to shoot the passenger because the passenger was acting out of control. This person right here went on a shooting spree, just up to no good. Just
Yeah,
wanted
I
to
see
shoot
that.
his
I see that
passengers.
here, yeah.
Just a mass murder.
shootings.
Very sad and unfortunate, but yeah. Josh, speaking of Indiana, though, on one of our previous podcasts, we talked about the mayor,
forgot to mention.
the mayor in Batesville, Indiana, who had an affair with a man who had HIV. Well, we drove through Batesville, Indiana, on the way
That was quite
to and from.
something to see and think about.
Yeah, and I played the podcast for you. What did you think about that?
Oh, it was good. It was good. I'd heard the podcast before because we did it together. Yeah, it was good to rehear it, especially.
Yeah,
So,
yeah, it really was. It really was. Well, Josh, man, I want to thank you for coming back on Off the Cuff and doing your co-hosting duties from time to time. We just had our 100th episode. Have you had a chance to listen to it? I mentioned you on there.
I've yet to listen to the
See, he don't listen to the show. He never
real
listens.
live.
Okay.
So,
Well,
but I guess this is it, right? We have anything else to talk about? Anything else you want to update us on that's going on with you?
not really. I'm still like in the market for a house.
Yeah.
Still in the market for a house. Yes, I have been looking in the Lexington area for a long time. But what we got coming up here, producer?
I think we're waiting for some music to come in.
Ooh. What do we got here? We got some throwback music.
We've been jamming some throwbacks lately.
Yeah, we came into some throwback. Jenny from the Block.
Yes, even though you guys probably know that first verse,
Ooh.
y'all didn't hear that chorus, so y'all didn't know.
Jenny was cool back then.
She was
What do we
hot.
got here? The same stuff. Okay.
Similar. Gangster Love.
Oh, Gangsta Lovin'. Okay. Who sings this?
Alicia Keys.
Gotcha. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you in the next episode. I'm Adam Banks. Josh Bryant here with me as well. This has been Off the Cuff. We'll see you later.
With a new white tee, you fresh, nothing phony with us. Make the money, get the mansion, bring the homies with us.
Add it on.
Stop, Josh, stop this. Stop this, please.
Wrong song,
Stop
folks.
this. No. Stop this. Stop this. No. Okay. Producer, okay, I don't know what you told our producer over there, but I'm blaming it on you, Josh, not our producer this time.
Okay.
You, for some reason,
Okay, I deserve this one. I've felt the producer fail before.
you for some reason wanted to go on this big elaborate story about why this was something different, Alicia Keys and all this, and it was the same daggone song. So please play the song that you intended for
All
us
right,
to hear.
hey, play Gangsta Lovin'.
Yeah. There we go.